Okay, so hi, skateboard collectors and skaters. I have a video from an 8th Street skater, old school skater, Damian Carabajal. Um, my video got corrupted on my laptop, and the only thing I have now is a backup on my phone. And we're gonna see how this works. Cons, and there's a camera. One of them's a little camera. Here he was trying to figure out his camera on his phone. And it looks like I lost it. I had some technical difficulties from my computer the whole day. This is an H Street Rider that was in Next Generation and not the new H Street video. All around nice guy and an amazing skateboarder. Let's see if we can get it to work. This is what happens. I'm new at this, so now you have to watch through this. How do I answer this? Hey, what's up, brother? Oh, okay, hold on. I think I got this. There, we got it. Is that right? Hold on a second. Yep, that's it. That's it. We are on. What do you have on your mind? Well, what's that? I got a lot, man. Hold on, I want to put this. I know I'm gonna mess it up, but I want to put it on speaker so my dad can hear. Okay. Is that cool? That's fine with me. Okay. First off, I wanted to talk a little bit about your skating in the next generation. Uh, maybe how you came up with some of those tricks at that time. Like, what was on your mind when you popped out of a lip slide to a nose blunt? How'd that come apart? How'd that come into fruition? See, this is what happens when you're a first. You've got your microphone muted. There we go. That's it. Yes, sir. That's it. Oh yeah, I know. Just thought you could go from. I did that at each. It's just something I thought of thinking about, but right. Seems like a lot of creation comes that way when you're not thinking too much. You just can let yourself get into some weird situations, and that's a weird one. You don't see that trick a lot, popping from a lip slide to a nose blunt slide. But it seems like in that video you do a lot of nose blunts. It's crazy how you can go right from street right to a mini ramp and have so great control. I love that. Seems like a lot of people from that era and just from your team did that. Absolutely. I mean, I learned a lot from Alfonso, and we would get into it a little bit. And then when the push blunt slides were coming up on the mini ramps, I was the first one to do it. He got mad. I'm sure. I'm sure because when I see your nose blunt stuff on these minis, that's just unbelievable. I love all that stuff. I'm a huge nose blunt slider myself, and it's been a passion of mine. But to see somebody go into a lip slide and pop it up to a nose blunt slide, it's such a unique trick. I don't see people do that much now. There's a
It was just something. It was just something I thought. And I wonder if you did. Remember, I was at Yoga, and that's- I was filming with Dan Shirt, and I was like, I wonder if you can, and it went right up, and I was like, all right, done deal on that.
right. But you did a lip slide to a frontside slide in that same video. That was pretty dope too. There's a few things that you did that absolutely blow my mind. Like your first trick was like a ollie impossible tail grab over a trash can out of that epic hip that you always see in all these videos. That like trailblazed for still to this day. It's opened up doors. How do you feel?
Go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
How do you feel about? Well, I wanted to talk about that impossible, and I wanted to talk about, of course, I think your epic front foot impossible on that bank really started me. Any kind of credit to for me to do that trick has came from you, and I've been doing that trick for years, and it's one of my favorite tricks, the front foot impossible. Um, you do a trick. It's like a ollie impossible with an extra shove it, and in your video you did it, and you switched your stance. I wish I would have let him answer some stuff. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking.
What do you call that? There has to be an original for just you. I've never seen that before.
I had just seen Ollie Impossible, and then me and
I was pretty sure Ocean was involved in that.
you were sure he was or wasn't?
Was because he does similar things. Similar things.
Yeah, I just know. Yeah, was way, like I said, almost agree with that. But yeah, that's how that thinking, you know.
Well, you did one forward too without the switch stance. It's just weird to see that and switch stance just to go to switch stance. You do a similar trick in the beginning. It's like a fakey 360 flip and you go switch stance to forward again.
Yeah.
Which is it's an amazing trick. That's I think you went front side. It was pretty cool. I don't see too much of that, and that's always those things. That originality always sticks with me. One thing I wanted to talk about is your style of skating. It seems like there was a handful of pros that has this style of skateboarding. Matt Hensley, Jason Rogers, uh, Brian Lottie, maybe even Jeremy Klein, where they use their arms a lot with an open hand motion. That style has stuck with me so long. I think that is the best style. And when you push when you push in the beginning of your next part, just that push is so stylish and epic. That makes the video for me. You had the greatest. It's weird to say that, but your push was just amazing.
Uh,
What boards were you at that time? What was your go-to board?
when I was on 8th Street,
Yeah,
anybody that wasn't
right. Well, sure.
in men came out with the Indian deck,
Uh-huh.
and then when Don came,
Yeah. Right.
so I didn't really have a go-to deck. Very
What was your influence for your shape?
um,
I know you said it was
wanted
smaller, lighter.
yeah, I wanted went about like probably 3/8 of an inch skinnier and probably 3/8 an inch shorter. And I liked it, but I was right up never be like,
Yeah.
I remember I called and Tony was there. He showed us, why he's Tony.
Sure. Oh, geez. I can see the nerves being kicked from just that.
So it was an experience. I didn't really pay attention to any. My main thing was like the trucks, bushing, stuff like that, like we talked about the other night.
Yeah, yeah. Did you say you rode for Thunders?
No, I never rode Thunders. They were too heavy.
Yeah,
And
Thunders.
I had buddies like I never those at all. When you get a shin slap with those,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
feeling good all day.
What was your go-to truck?
Uh, I rode one from 90 half, but
I grew up with Gullwings.
I did, and then I was trying to explain to him, got to shave the base plates down, like
Yeah, they were great trucks though. I skated the mags and the sidewinders. I had a good bit of growing up Gullwings, and those in GNS trucks you hardly ever hear of anymore. But I have seen some Gullwings out there. There's still some Gullwings out there.
no, I like for me it was in
Independence, yeah. I skate indies too. Right now I'm skating Tensers. Old Rodney Mullen
what
Tensers.
size are you? So you're still skating now?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
what size wheel are you rolling?
52, 53, something around there. If I'm riding around on the street.
Yeah, I was gonna guess five.
If I go to the park, I take a bigger wheel.
Right on.
I got all kinds of wheels. I mainly do collecting, so I got a big board right here. I'm thinking about putting together big 10 and a half chubs.
Wow.
That'll be a little.
Where are you getting all these? Where are you getting all these guys?
Um, I do a lot with shops and mystery boxes and support local shops. That board came from a guy named Desmond at Autographed Boards, where he sells autographed boards, but he does mystery boxes every year for Decktober. He does get two for one, and I got that, and here's another one that I got from him that I am just absolutely amazed at.
Oh wow.
That Rudy Johnson by Blind.
Oh, dude, you guys.
Oh well, I got the cool shit. I got to talk to the cool people. You made this shit happen.
No, I didn't make anything happen, dude.
Well, you're a part of it.
Fun. I didn't. No, I didn't. I mean, like I said, everybody that you know felt like I was a kid watching, like Sean Sheffy, all of that stuff. It was just, I wasn't anywhere near any of those guys.
Well, I can tell your parts were all just banger after banger after banger. You skated fast. You did a fakey big spin over a trash can. Now, that sounds like some great fun.
I drank 3 cups of coffee that morning.
Well, what kind of coffee was that? I'd like to get some.
I made it my.
Yeah.
I remember that. That was in Eskin. Dan was there. He was like, "What's the plan?" And I told him, and he's like, "You think you can do that?" And I was like, "Yeah."
It was pretty dope. At the end of that video, you do a slide down a kinked handrail. That rail.
At San Diego. That was my first concussion. But that was at San Diego courthouse, and you only got if you were lucky, you got 3 tries, but mostly 2, because then the security guard would come around, and so we would always try to get him somewhere else. And yeah, I remember that for sure. I thought I broke my arm on that, but I didn't.
How many tries did that take?
When I made it, the first try, I thought I had it dialed in, and then that was before. That was like, you remember when they would put the plastic underneath the boards? I can't remember what it's called.
The rails?
No, no. Um, they were anyway. I thought I had it, and I locked up, and I went down really bad, and you know, I remember, I think it was Tony, but he's like, "You got one more?" And I said, "Yeah," and I said, "I already knew I had it." I said, "I don't know what I did there."
Dude, it was
that guy coming around. Huh?
It was pretty amazing. It was pretty amazing.
Yeah, and I slammed right into that garbage, or the newspaper bin.
Right.
And best feeling of my life, man. That's what I loved about skateboarding. You get the best, feelings from stuff like that.
Absolutely. It pushes me every day. It's a big part of my life, and it has been. And you've been there too. I can't ever stop watching Hocus Pocus. It's probably the best video it's got the best soundtrack. It's just an everyday thing for me to pop that thing in, and that's where everything started for me, being from a small town. Um, How much of H Street are you involved with now?
Not at all.
Not at all.
No. I kind of just let it go, and I moved to Chicago when I was younger, and skateboarding just kind of uh, I just kind of let it go.
Right. Well, a natural progression is always to move on, but it'll always
Well,
be there.
yeah. Oh no. I mean, like I said, I went to the faction
Yes.
show, and I saw all of my heroes up there, and that was huge. Huge for me.
Yeah, I bet that was a great time. I
Yeah, it was good.
I got a buddy of mine. He does the graphics for H Street now. Some of the graphics. His name's Tim Barron. He's been doing I think he did a Ron Allen. He did a Pat Pat Duffy's one of Pat Duffy's new graphics. Uh, Pretty cool guy. I've been kind of staying up with them because his graphics. But they also got a pretty good team of vert riders out right now, which is really cool. You don't see a team being built of just vert riders right now, so that's pretty dope.
Yeah, Pat Duffy for me. I remember his.
Yeah, questionable.
Yeah, I never seen anything like.
Yeah, that almost made me throw my skateboard away.
It made a lot of people.
Yeah.
I mean,
After that, you knew who were the diehard people because they stuck with it. But Pat definitely changed a lot of people's perspective after that video. But a lot of people in that video did. There was a great parts in that video.
well, he did a backside flip slide in the rain.
Yeah.
He
Yes.
got his flannel tied around his waist. I'm like, you know, it changed a lot. But yeah, yeah, I remember all that stuff.
Yeah. That's so awesome. You said that you and Jeff Kendall were pretty good friends. You got any stories you can give me back with you and Kendall that won't get you in trouble?
not me in trouble. You know,
Oh shoot.
okay, I can tell you this. I didn't even not really good at time and stuff like that. And I was dating this girl, and she drove me to the airport, and I said I gotta go. And she said, "I'll never forget." She said, "If you see Jeff Kendall, um, get his autograph." And I said, "Man, if I see Jeff Kendall, I'm kissing." He's my favorite skateboarder.
Sure.
And I was just being facetious at that point. And then I got to the airport and saw Kendall, and I was like, and I'm just like, here, and I'm like, oh my god, Kendall's here, and I'm seeing all these people, and then we had to get on this puddle jumper, and I already knew how cool he was, but he got on the airplane, small one, and he goes, Jesus Christ, I can still smell the glue drying on this fucking thing. God. And then we got to Woodward, and he was in our cabin, and I was with Jeff Payne, Rick Ibisetta, um, and there's all these, what do you call them? Not cabin, what you sleep on?
Yeah, yeah. Bunks.
Bunks, yeah. And it was just me and Kendall. He goes, what do you think, up or down? I'm like, I don't know. I'm looking around. He's like, okay, I'm going up. I said, all right. And that's how I met him, and we just got to be good buddies, and we were trouble together, but it was fun.
Yeah, it sounds like a great time. There was another skater when I was talking about your style, Justin Gerard. He has that same kind of style. I believe it's a style is something that you can't learn that. You got it if you got it. And during that era, a lot of the skaters, especially from your team, had this great style, and you were one of them. I always appreciate that.
Well, I appreciate it. I don't know if I would say that, but I mean, I look at, you know, those times like just watching Reeves and Monger and appreciated more of that. I felt like I was watching uh, things happen, but I don't think I was really that much of a part of it.
You were. Uh, Sal was my go-to deck back in the day. I had so many of them. Yeah, that was what I was always riding that Sal Barbier board. I loved that board.
What, the Raider board?
The Raider and the one with the hands. I had both of those. I loved them. I wish I could get my hands on some of those. I'd like to get the
I'm
whole.
surprised you can't.
Uh, I might be able to. I'm sure they're out there. I'd like to get the whole set of old school 8th Street boards that I started with. I'd love to have that. They're out there. I've seen some reissue now. They got some hydro dipped Hensleys for $130, but I usually,
For a deck?
yeah, they're pretty pricey for a deck.
Holy cow.
Uh, how about new skateboarding? Do you follow any new skateboarding?
No.
No. Well, let me tell you, it's getting pretty crazy. It's
Well,
getting
I know
pretty
it is.
crazy.
The reason I don't follow it is groundbreaking. And it's detrimental, but those kids are so good now, you know. And like I was saying earlier, when at school W, if you ollie that fence, that was a biggie. These kids now are doing stuff I've never even considered, and there's nothing groundbreaking because it's they do it all.
Yeah, especially with the cell phone of today, it seems like you can just record anything and just be pumping out information over and over. I remember when I was younger, we had to wait for the videos, and we kind of once we got those videos, we just watched them until they you couldn't watch them anymore, and we had to wait till the next one came out. And this I come from a small town, so I felt like we were inventing the tricks that were going on at the time because I never even saw people do that kind of stuff.
No, no.
So when Joel did the McTwist. Yeah, totally get that. Totally get that. Well, it's dedicated to Tim Brosh. It's a there's a lot of people throwing their hats in the ring right now, but it's exciting. You too. Sure. Yeah. Hey, I really appreciate you talking to me. And you have a good one, man. Thanks so much. And I'm going to put this up on my channel and see if people like it. They will. They always
You
do.
ever that?
No, I'm pretty new to doing interviews. I usually just do hauls on my collections, but I started to talk I talked to Lance Conklin and kind of got me on a journey of just reaching out and uh, getting some history behind my channel with great people.
Lance Conklin. I haven't.
Yeah, what a great guy. He's a pretty great guy.
Yeah,
He's got some cool stories too. We talked for a while.
that's cool, man.
You've been playing music or you've been doing anything in your past time, keeping you busy? I know you said you were taking care of your dad, which is a pretty good thing to do. I know that that's hard. Sure. Yeah.
You know.
Right now I'm in Indiana. I had to go. My dog was going crazy outside, so I had to go and. I'm in Indiana right now for. But I was talking to him. I didn't leave him. Slam City Skate Park. We'll be going there tonight and try to get a little session in. I got a worked out knee, but I'm gonna go and push around. That's all I can do. Try not to get hurt. Yeah, I know that too. He's one of our backyard guys. He'd be a he's such a epic guy. He was always there growing up. There was always I come from a small town, but there was always a Kindle board there somewhere. Somebody had a Kindle. It was always like that.
Yeah, so how I got you on there.
My favorite growing up had to be Mike Carroll.
Really?
Yeah, I I don't know I don't know why I gravitated towards him so much. Maybe because he was a kind of a badass and he had sickest style. Him and James Kelch. But like I said, I was had a big heart for Sal from day one. When I seen Sal skate, I was just like, this guy's he's got it going on. Your whole team had it going on.
Oh, we yeah.
Oh yeah, Kid Erickson, sure, and Noah Scholastic. Yeah, I remember those guys. They blew my mind. R.I.P. I believe. Again, my dog's outside attacking another dog. I had to go, and you can hear me kind of pulling him back now. I was very happy to get this interview. Sorry, this everything's so shitty with the audio and everything. If you are wanting to get back into skateboarding, or if you need anything skateboard related, or if you need any kind of anything, reach out to me, man. I'll send you whatever you need. Hey, thanks, Damien. Thanks for talking with me, and keep in touch. Let me know how you're doing in the future. Thank you, man. You have a good day. Bye. Okay, that was my video with Damon Caraval. Um, he has one of the hardest last names to pronounce. But if you go and check him out with Next Generation or Not the New H Street video, you will see his greatness, and always always amazing to know the history of where skateboarding came from. Some of these tricks that he does, I believe, are lost because they're not done anymore. I've never seen anyone do a ollie impossible with the late 180, shove it and switch their stance. It's just one of those unique things that you see. And again, he was skating at the time with Ocean Howl, which is, if you've never seen Ocean Howl skate, he is a very gifted individual. Him and Marcus Wyndham. Um, I believe he said something about Kid Erickson, and I believe he passed away. I could not be 100% sure, but I have some stuff coming up in the works. How cool was that to talk to an H Street pro? Um, I did it. You heard me talking about that Chubbs board, and here it is, the Chubbs board. I believe this is called the Wizard. There's the Chubb. I keep saying Chubbs, but it's just Chubb. You can look these up. This company Chubb, but look at this shape. It's like a 10.5 shoveled out both ways, curb killer. And I believe that my 215s will fit right up in here. Boom. That's happening. Yeah, that's happening. So I might just hook up the curb killer thanks to autograph boards for that Chubb. And sorry about the weird corruption in my file. I wish I could figure out if anyone got any better ideas of how I can work this out. I know it's something simple. It was simple when I um, watched the tutorial, but obviously things happen at the last minute. I've talked to a few other people that I'm hoping to get on here to talk to. Excuse me, one being Mike Mannion. He is the individual from Atlanta, Georgia, that won that contest with so many thousands of skateboarders. And he got to meet Tony Hawk, and he is still skating and he is ripping. I believe I just saw him do a double kickflip to a back tail slide, and he did a 360 ollie kickflip double kickflip. So he is just on point lately. Hopefully, I can get him on the phone and talk to him. Um, I got another person that I'm hooking up. His name's Brian Booth. He's getting a board here soon. I have the board here. good luck on you, man. You made it. And thanks for everything that you sent me. Everything like that. See if I can find it. This curb here. How cool is the curb? The curb can opener, the curb bottle opener. It is really good. You have very good taste, sir. And thanks for everything. Be make sure to return the favor soon. Um, I'm trying to get there, trying to meet some good people, and trying to do some good interviews. You have to bear with me. Hope you have a great night. Check this out. Boom. This is the 40th anniversary of the house. This board is pretty dope. A little cruiser board with an air bubble. What's it got on it? It's got some thunders and some Satori's. But take care, everyone, and hope to see you soon. Or talk to you soon.